You've got goals, right? Big ones, maybe. Things you're really striving for.
Uh-huh. Things that sometimes feel just a bit out of reach.
Exactly. Well, this deep dive, it's all about giving you some really solid, timeless knowledge, stuff to help you actually nail those ambitions.
Yeah, we're going straight to a source packed with enduring financial wisdom,
We are. We're diving deep into The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason.
focusing on what the book itself calls the success secrets of the ancients.
Think of it like a shortcut, maybe, to understanding the absolute basics of building a solid financial future.
It's not some dry textbook, though.
No, definitely not. It's full of advice, sure,
Yeah.
but also these really great stories. They make the principles stick.
And the core message, it kind of hits you right away.
It does. That getting your money situation sorted is, well, absolutely vital if you want to make those bigger dreams happen.
So if you're listening and thinking, yeah, I want to get a better handle on my finances, or you want takeaways you can actually use,
Then this is for you. We're skipping the complex jargon.
straight to the core ideas, the ones that have lasted for centuries.
Our mission today, pretty simple, really, but valuable. We want to pull out the key nuggets from The Richest Man in Babylon.
So you can really grasp these fundamental ideas about building wealth.
And, more importantly, start weaving them into your own life. Like, starting today.
Okay, let's get into it then. Where do we start?
Let's start at the very beginning. How we even think about money. The mindset.
Right. The book makes a pretty bold statement early on. It says, money isn't everything, obviously, but it's kind of the main way we measure earthly success.
Yeah, it uses that phrase, wealth is a scorecard by which people measure themselves.
A bit blunt, maybe?
A little. But then it explains why. It's not about hoarding cash.
No, it's about the freedom it gives you. Access,
Yeah.
to the best things, services, experiences.
It's a tool. A means to an end, not the end itself.
And I think it tackles something a lot of people feel, that feeling like money just avoids them somehow.
Yeah, like it's always slipping away.
But the book flips that. It says, look, money is plentiful for those who understand the rules, the laws governing it.
So it shifts the focus from feeling like, I don't know, a victim of bad luck.
Exactly. Towards actively learning and applying these principles.
Which raises that big question. Is getting wealthy just luck? Or is it about knowing something, doing something specific?
The book definitely argues for the second one. Luck is great if it happens, sure.
But relying on luck isn't much of a strategy, is it?
Not really. Learning the principles, applying them, that's the reliable path.
There's that quote you mentioned earlier from Covey.
Oh, right. A man's wealth is not in the purse he carries. A fat purse quickly empties if there be no golden stream to refill it.
A golden stream. I like that. It's about continuous income, right? Not just a one-time pile of cash.
Spot on. It's about sustainability.
Okay, so understanding money is step one, but how do we actually do something, put it into practice?
Well, the book lays out some very clear steps. The 7 cures for a lean purse, they call them.
And the very first one. It sounds almost too simple.
It does. Pay yourself first.
Simple to say.
But maybe not always simple to do. The book states it clearly. At least 1/10 of all that a person earns is theirs to keep.
Just 1/10, 10%.
That's the starting point. And the book connects this to 2 things everyone has access to: time and the ability to study.
Right, we all have time, but it's how we use it. Do we just let it pass, or do we use it to learn, to study how money works?
Exactly. It contrasts that constructive use of time with just letting the days slip by.
And this paying yourself first idea leads straight into living on less than you earn, doesn't it?
It does, because most people, the book points out, kind of work just to pay the bills. Their income comes in, goes straight back out.
Break even is maybe the goal for many.
Which, from a wealth-building perspective, is just staying put, treading water.
So this pay yourself first, setting aside that 10th, maybe more, before paying bills.
Yeah.
That's the game changer.
It's a total mindset shift. You're prioritizing your future self, your future wealth.
And the interesting thing is, the book suggests your lifestyle adjusts.
Yeah, when you save first and live on the rest, you often find you manage just fine. You might not even miss that 10% after a while.
But meanwhile, that savings pot is actually growing steadily.
And there are psychological benefits too, right?
Definitely. The book mentions feeling pride, a sense of control, seeing actual progress. That's powerful fuel.
It really is. And think about it, over a lifetime, a lot of money passes through our hands.
Even saving just that 10% consistently.
It adds up to a significant chunk of capital over the years. It really does.
Okay, so you've started saving, you're paying yourself first. What's the next critical step, according to Babylon?
Getting smart advice, seeking counsel from people who actually know what they're doing.
People with real experience in investing, you mean?
Exactly. People with a proven track record in the specific things you're considering investing in.
The book warns against listening to just anyone, right?
Right.
Like the brickmaker offering advice on jewels.
Precisely. It cautions against advice from those who lack that direct, hands-on experience. It sounds like common sense, but
But it's easy to get swayed by a convincing pitch,
yeah,
even if the person doesn't really have the background.
totally. So choose your advisors wisely.
And then there's this other powerful idea, making your savings work for you.
Ah, yes, making the children of your savings also work for you. That's the magic of compound interest.
Explain that a bit. It's not just earning interest on the initial amount.
No, it's earning interest on your interest. Your money starts making its own money.
Like that snowball rolling downhill analogy.
Exactly. It starts small, but it gathers momentum. It accelerates your wealth accumulation way faster than just simple saving.
So your savings start having little money babies, who then have their own babies.
That's a good way to put it. It's a powerful, powerful force over the long term.
Okay, so pay yourself first, seek wise counsel, make your money work through compounding. What else did the overview mention?
Well, it touched on investing that capital safely and steadily again, leveraging that compounding effect.
Safety first, but making it grow.
Right. And investing in what you understand, or partnering with experts you trust. Don't just jump into things blindly.
Makes sense. There was also the point about owning your home.
Yeah, the idea being that paying rent is a constant drain, whereas mortgage payments eventually build equity. It's about stopping leaks in your purse, essentially.
Keeping expenses under control. And insurance.
Having a realistic insurance program to protect what you're building. Guarding your treasures, as the book might say.
And finally, always looking for ways to earn more.
Continuously increasing your ability to earn, sharpening your skills, finding new opportunities. That golden stream needs to keep flowing and ideally grow stronger.
Now, beyond those core cures, the excerpts also touched on dealing with, well, obstacles, like debt.
Oh, absolutely. The clay tablets from Babylon really highlights how debt can be crippling.
How so?
It says debt can cloud your judgment, make rational thinking difficult, and obviously it directly prevents you from accumulating wealth because your money is going to creditors.
So getting out of debt is kind of a prerequisite.
The book strongly implies that, yes, get debt under control before you can really focus effectively on building wealth. You need a clear runway.
Okay, clear the decks of debt.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was this idea about luck. Meet the goddess of good luck. It wasn't about just waiting around, was it?
Not at all. It framed good luck as something that favors the person who takes action, the one who seizes opportunities when they appear.
So luck favors the prepared, the proactive.
That's the gist. Be ready, recognize opportunity, and then act decisively. Don't procrastinate.
And the 5 laws of gold. Sounds important.
It's positioned as the real secret sauce, the differentiator. The excerpts don't detail them, but they emphasize these laws are key to building and keeping wealth.
So there are fundamental rules to follow. And caution is also advised, right, from the gold lender of Babylon.
Yes, definitely. Prudence in investing. Thinking things through carefully. Basically, it's better to be a little cautious now than to have major regrets later.
Avoid those risky ventures that sound too good to be true.
Pretty much. And interestingly, the Walls of Babylon section suggests the city's strength came from its citizens being skilled traders.
So practical skills, business sense.
Yeah.
That matters.
It implies that developing your own earning power and business acumen is vital for prosperity, both individually and collectively.
And I like the message from the camel trader of Babylon.
Ah, the determination one. Where determination is, the way can be found.
Yeah. It speaks to perseverance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sticking with it even when it's tough.
Absolutely. Financial goals often require that long-term grit.
And wrapping up those extra points, the luckiest man in Babylon kind of brings it all together.
It really does. It essentially says you make your own luck.
Through hard work, through commitment, through applying these sound principles we've been talking about.
It's about taking ownership, not waiting for fate to hand you wealth on a platter.
Okay, wow. That's a lot of ancient wisdom, but it feels incredibly relevant. So let's try and boil it down. Key takeaways.
Number 1, definitely. Pay yourself first. Save at least 1/10 of everything you earn. Make it non-negotiable.
Right. And closely linked. Live below your means. Control your expenses so you can save.
Seek advice, but only from those who are truly knowledgeable and experienced in the specific area.
Don't take financial advice from the inexperienced, no matter how convincing they sound.
And understand and harness the power of compound interest. Make your money work for you. Let it grow over time.
We also touched on getting out of debt. That's crucial.
Absolutely. And being ready to seize opportunities, action, not inaction.
Investing wisely within your knowledge.
Protecting your assets with insurance.
And always striving to increase your earning power.
These aren't, complicated algorithms or secret stock tips. They're fundamental truths about managing money and building wealth.
They worked in ancient Babylon, and honestly, they work just as well today, don't they? No matter where you're starting from.
Exactly. The principles are timeless because they're based on human behavior and the nature of money itself.
So for everyone listening, these ideas are directly applicable to your life right now, to achieving those ambitions we talked about at the start.
Definitely. It provides a clear roadmap.
Okay, so here's something to think about as we wrap up. Considering all these timeless principles, what's one thing, just one concrete action you could take today? Maybe even a small step.
Yeah, what's one move you can make right now to start building your own golden stream, as the book calls it, and get just a little bit closer to your financial goals?